Hello, everybody. I'm here for a little bit. I could do a couple of hours today. So let's get it going. Just open panel, nothing fancy. Uh, check the news. Ooh, Zelensky and Putin have agreed to a limited ceasefire, but implementation is work. Zelensky says Putin's words aren't enough. Yeah, I don't blame him. Israel's did airstrikes and now they're doing ground operations. Doge is being sued by the U.S. Institute of Peace. I didn't even know we had one of those. Ooh, Trump to sign order dismantling education department on Thursday. That's tomorrow. What's gonna happen? Wow. Okay, anyway, that's all I see in the news. What's going on today? Nothing here. Just a normal day at work. Got home. Had a little bit of time to stream, so here I am for you. I do it for you. I don't well, I was gonna say I don't need a stream, but sometimes I do. We'll just hang out and wait for the party to show up. Let's see who else is out there tonight. Not many people. Jeff, Alan, what's up? And Daniel Barry. Oh, were you there? It was we get interesting characters that show up here. Which, you know, people cry about racism and systemic racism and white supremacy and this, this big boogeyman monster we're supposed to fight. That's the thing. Like what we saw last night was not the norm. So they want you to believe that that is what's everywhere in all these institutions and like ever keeping people down. And it's not. When you see it, it stands out. It stands out this big. Oh, you saw it all. And he didn't even start out that way. He got radicalized. Oh, thank you. It's always nice to get thumbs up from a fellow gay. Boy, did that come out some kind of way. Um So yeah, I've said from the start when all this racism thing started. I said I'm from Louisiana. I'm from the South. I know real racism. When I said this stuff they're talking, nobody's racist. These people are not racist. It's it's manufactured racism because they need to have an enemy to continue to fight, and there's not enough of the guy we saw last night around. Like I've been doing this almost 2 years. This is the first time somebody like him showed up. That's how rare the shit is. So they have to keep expanding what qualifies as racism because they they can't put their weapons down. It's like that what was it, the island that didn't know that World War II was over and they kept fighting? Except people keep trying to tell them the war is over, but they don't believe us. Most people are not racist. I don't know why that's so hard for them to accept. The thing they're fighting, they don't have to fight it anymore. They can move on. They can like join society and move on and help us build civilization together. But in their minds, they're still fighting this army of racism. Mike, hello. Besides, you can't fight racism. You can't do anything about the way other people think and believe. You can prosecute criminal actions, but I don't know what the activists think they're going to do about it. That's the job for law enforcement. I didn't even know we were fighting racism until 2020 when that Robin DiAngelo book came out, and then all my white friends started believing they were racist. It was like an epidemic of racism all of a sudden that they realized that they had their whole life. And I'm like, this is crazy. None of you are racist. I don't hang out with racists. I wouldn't even be friends with you if I thought you were like, none of you are racist. How is this book, this lady, convincing you that you're racist? How does it have you thinking that you're racist? Racists know they're racist. We saw one last night. They know. They don't need a book to tell them. So I think the race boogeyman, the trans boogeyman, all the boogeymans that the activist left is fighting so hard is in their imaginations. They have a hard time discerning reality because I think they get everything from social media, so they don't have a way to know, like filter out actual racism, transphobia, homophobia, etc., from what social media tells them it is. It's it's like the urge to fight an enemy comes before having an actual enemy to fight. So then they want to fight, they want to be hero and they want to fight. So they look around for something to fight instead of the other way around. So anyway, what's up with people tonight? I'm just hanging out for a chat. I like to try to do one a day if I'm able to. And today I was able to. So here I am. Except I don't have anything to talk about. Nothing happened today. Nothing in the news looks that interesting. Um, Supposedly there's a ceasefire, but I don't pay attention to any of that until it actually happens. The Department of Education is supposedly going away. I don't even know what it does. Growing up, we had the state, it was called the Bessie Board, a Bureau of Elementary and Secondary Education, BESE, Bessie, the Bessie Board. And they were the ones that ran education in the state, and it was determined at the state level. And then each parish, which is our equivalent of county, had a superintendent of education. And they kind of, I really don't know what they did. You never saw them. So really, like the most you might interact with is the principal of your school. And then the principal reported to the superintendent. They had a school board. Each parish had a school board, usually in the county seat. And My stepmother worked there. That's the only reason I ever went to the school board was to like to meet her for something. I can't tell you the amount of times I had to do anything with the school board. None, zero. Like it hardly ever entered into our education. So that even at the county level, having a bureaucracy called the school, not the school board, what was it called? Yeah, school board. Having a bureaucracy called the school board, we hardly even needed that. They kind of ran in the background and make sure that I guess they helped hire teachers. I'm just guessing. I don't know what they do. And in Louisiana we had free textbooks, so maybe they were in charge of making sure all the kids had textbooks and that they were in school. I don't, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. And that's at the county level. The state level did, I don't know what they did either. Did they accredit schools? But my whole point of all of this is there's nothing higher than the principal really that we ever needed or came into contact with. I'm sure they did things, but it wasn't things that ordinary students were interacted with. So whatever they did in the background at these agencies, the state and county level, you never saw them. They never intersected with your education at all. They probably determined the curriculum, maybe. Like not the exact curriculum, but you had to have so many credits of this and that to graduate. Like so many units of math, so many units of science, so many units of history. So they probably determined all of that, like the broad guidelines on what constitutes a proper educate official education. But then the schools themselves probably hired the teacher, and the teachers picked the textbooks to carry out whatever this plan is that was set at the state level. Because there was a lot of flexibility. Like kids from different schools weren't all using the same book or learning. We were learning the same general thing, like history, like 10th sophomore history. They were all learning the same, whatever you learn in 10th grade history. Or the kids in high school biology were all learning general biology. But they weren't all learning it out of the same book or taught in the exact same way. Like so the teachers could individualize. And even when I was teaching, I could individualize to fit they had a when I was teaching, each subject had like a little team. So all the English teachers for one grade had a little group that would meet after school every now and then and kind of swap ideas or not really. I don't even know if they all use the same curriculum. But anyway, I would be part of that sometimes and I would meet with them and we would it's kind of like a check-in to say like this is what I'm teaching my kids, this is what's going on with because they all shared kids. But none of it was mandatory. So whatever happened in these little team meetings, you didn't have to listen to their guidelines or suggestions. So I could still go back to my classroom and do the curriculum the way I wanted to. I didn't have to align it with this team that was trying to all do the same thing. I had textbooks and I had things that were like they do it by 6 week periods. So I had textbooks and I had what was supposed to be covered every 6 weeks, I think. That's how they broke it down. And as long as I got that done, that's all they cared about. Jeff is bi now. I'm not, though. Reddit lies. Reddit doesn't know what it's talking about. Why is Reddit talking about me at all? Never been with a woman. Never had any interest in being with a woman. Was never attracted to a woman. Never had a desire. I did have a girlfriend in the sixth grade, and that was before puberty. Right, just on the cusp of puberty. So I didn't even really know what I was, like what attraction was. Oh, is that is that BB? Um, and I had just moved to a new school and she was a nerd and she liked books and I was a nerd and I liked books and we were like the only two kids in the school like that. We were misfits, nerd misfits. And so we became instant friends and I don't even remember if I asked her to date me or she asked me. And I'm like, "Okay, sure. I'll date. We can date." And it lasted like less than a week. And then I ended up moving back to my old school for to finish out the year. So that's my only official girlfriend, and we never did anything but hang out and like we sat at lunch together and talked about books. There was nothing physical, and she actually became one of my very best friends as we got older and in college and then afterwards. But we still laugh about that. I'm not even sure what the topic is. I started talking about education because he's supposed to dismantle the Department of Education tomorrow, and I was reflecting back on my experience with the education bureaucracy. Are you the one with the feet? You don't show up here often enough for it to stick in my brain, I guess. But I definitely remember when you tried to come on and your camera like fell or something. We saw your naked feet. And so I was just like trying to figure out what I don't feel like Googling right now. My brain is tired. I need to rest it. This is my wind down. Yeah, yes. Okay, that is you. Um, yeah, you were the one that was trying to make me buy, and Chris, you were on a mission to turn me straight and Christian and white or something. So there is an education bureaucracy, and even when I was teaching, I never the district school, I don't know what they called it, the central control of this of the district. I never had to go there ever. I couldn't even tell you what the building looked like. Even as a teacher, I never had to interact with them. So you had these bureaucracies, these government agencies that did something related to overseeing the education, but the students, the teachers, there was no almost zero direct contact with them. I want you to, well, you know what? Summer's coming up, spring and summer, and I walk to work, so I may very well get a tan doing that. But I don't tan, I burn. I go from white to burn, or I go from pale, creamy milk white, alabaster porcelain to burn, like blister red burn. I don't do a tan. I can burn in like 2 minutes. Dollar Tree Jesus. I don't know. Not if he's drunk, he's not. Dollar Wine Jesus. Because growing up, we used to get sunburns all the time. We were always going to the beach or swimming pools or something. running around with our shirt off, but I was constantly getting sunburned. We'd have to put that what do you call this sunblock? The copper tone and the cocoa butter, and it would hurt. I couldn't even sleep at night. It was so painful to even lay on the bed. I hated those sunburns. And then it would peel. Oh my God, when they peeled, that was awful. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna try to come back or not, but I wouldn't mind talking to him when he was sober, because I want to get at the roots of what's going on with him. But it was not possible last night, the state he was in. That was bar drunk. That's like if y'all were sitting at a bar, you could listen to him go on while you have your drink and stuff. But that's not worthy drunkenness. There's people that come on here and drink and are way better at conversation than he was. I don't mind if people drink. The rule of the channel, and you can read the community guidelines, you have to be able to have a conversation and you can't disrupt it for everybody else. So I don't care what substance you're using while you do that, as long as you're able to do that. Well, Masad, what's going on with you? It's been a while. You're in the United States, right? Oh, I have a guest that might come on and talk about the Canada situation. He's been on before, Ron from Toronto, but he's doing, in fact, I should drop his channel. He's doing some videos now on this Canada thing, and I invited him on to come and talk. Why are channels so hard to find on YouTube? All right, here it is. I think I got him. Hey, Zephyr. Que paso? Outliers and degens. Well, yeah, I think we got out degenerated last night. Are we degenerated to a new level? She's asking how we are, how you be. Hey, Bex, what's up? Hola, hola. Just hanging out, getting a stream in while I can. You don't have to show green. You don't have to turn your camera on if you don't want. A dinner break. It's like in between living, y'all hang out in the panelverse. Um, it's going well. It's not. It's going well, like the work itself, but I don't know. It goes about as quick as a work day goes, I guess. If we're busy, it goes by a little faster. And I guess enjoy is the word. There are things I do enjoy about it. I'm appreciating it way more than I thought I would, and I'm actually liking a lot of it. All right, are you gonna keep it on the carpet?
Thank you for having me on, Jeff. I appreciate you. You remember to
I,
remind me to turn it off because I show things by
I
accident.
remember the carpet.
I appreciate it. How you been,
What's
brother?
up? What's going on?
I haven't talked to you
Are
forever,
you
man.
United States or Canada?
I can't. I don't like to like. The name is Mossad for a reason. So
Are you in Israel?
I mean, it could be
Wait,
theoretically. I
can we
mean,
see the carpet? I want to see what kind of carpet they have in Israel.
okay, hang on. Wait, I'm gonna find you a spot I vacuumed.
You
Hang on.
just don't sound Israeli, that's all.
Wait. But you do know. hang on. Hang on. I got to show you the receipts. I'm looking for a nice, good spot of carpet. Okay.
Wow, wait, hang on, I gotta blow this up. That's some look. Do you make shapes in it? It kind of we used to do that when we do acid. We draw on the carpet. Wait, were those pink walls? Were your walls pink?
Good eye.
They are.
Good
You are
eye.
Israeli. You are
Good
Israeli.
eye.
Okay.
That
What
be
time
that
is it there?
I'm not claiming that. I'm not saying. I just
Okay.
want to see how you're doing, brother. I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, no, it has been a while. What's been going on?
No, last we talked, you became MAGA. You became conservative,
Gay
but I
MAGA.
shouldn't say you became. You just realized that, uh, you know, through growth and spirituality and all that stuff, you might find Jesus, and you might become bi.
I mean, I've always known where to find Jesus. He never really went anywhere. I'm a Christian Satanist. I use both, but Jesus and I don't really talk much. But I don't have anything against him. I took the test a while back, the political test. I'm 70% right, 30% left.
Dude,
So I'm
I,
a
I
right.
can't.
I'm right leaning centrist.
Oh fuck, dude.
But I
It's
am
probably
gay
been.
MAGA.
It, that's awesome, and I piss the left end right off when I say that because I say that all the time in every chat, and you always find those fucking radicals either side. Even the left is way worse. That was like fuck.
What do you say that pisses him off?
Oh, I put in the rainbow, right? LGBTQ
Oh,
plus for Trump and rainbows
oh.
and all that stuff.
Well, they're sa I oh yeah, I thought they were gonna come on and talk. I found these guys a while back. They were gay MAGAs, and they were getting 86 from the gay community. Like they would be banned from gay bars, and if they tried to go to the gay bars, all the gay people would not let them in and tell them to go home. And like the gay bars themselves had their pictures and phone number and stuff, and was not letting them in. They were blackballed because they were gay MAGA by the other gays.
Yeah, it's horrible. Just like with other LGBTQ plus, there's been rallies. Like I'm not talking out my ass. Like I watch the rallies on YouTube of the LGBT, the communities for MAGA.
Oh, oh, I want to see one. Let's see. Gay MAGA rally. I think I'm the only gay MAGA up here.
No, a
MAGA
lot are in the
Brawl
closet.
has huge.
A lot are in the closet because I study this too. Analytically and psychologically, philosophically, sociology. Like they're already in like a smart
Because they're
community.
gay.
Yeah. So then you got to put on that. The MAGA thing makes it even more. You know what I mean? I don't. I can't pull out my thesis right now. I don't want to.
I didn't realize there were so many gay MAGAs out there. I don't know why anybody's in the closet these days. What's the purpose of the closet anymore?
Well, I would say the
Nobody
closet.
cares.
The closet now is politically like MAGA would be a closet. Like I don't.
Oh,
I can't put
MAGA.
in.
So all the gays came out the closet and pushed MAGA into it.
No, no, no. I mean, they feel uh, they're already like quote unquote in a small community. And then within that community, there's always factions, always independence, which is the originality in a way of the community, the gay community. I'm just going. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just giving my opinion, and then you add MAGA on top of that, so it's like you maybe they feel they get even more ostracized. It's like you might be ostracized because of your gay or lesbian or whatever, and then you're MAGA on top of it.
Yeah, it's gay on gay oppression. They used to do that with the log cabin Republicans a little bit. I mean, they never kept them from going to the bars, but there was this kind of animosity toward them even back then.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like they repealed "Don't Ask, Don't Tell." A big mistake. They should have had
Well,
"Don't Ask, Don't Tell." No transgender in the military. The military is not a social experiment. The military is, I'm ex-military. It's the force that protects us, that protects those rights. Whether you're a Satanist, you're a hardcore Christian or Jew or Muslim, whatever. Like, why we should not be fucking with the military with that stuff.
well, I think we need good soldiers. I don't care what their orientation is or even their identity, as long as they're good, as long as they can fight for the U.S.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's like when I was in, we didn't have to worry about any of that. It was "Don't ask, don't tell," and that's fine. We're supposed to be a cohesive fighting force, and being ex-military, it's like it's hard enough being in the military. We don't
But
need to introduce
gays
anymore.
in the military now, they're not gonna damage anything. Nobody cares.
I,
It's not gonna
I can't.
affect anything.
I'm not anymore. I'm not in anymore, so I cannot. I cannot weigh in. I can only go from when I was in. So I don't know.
Is there anybody currently in the military that can speak on your experience with gays or trans or any of that stuff? Like to me, if you're there, it's just like a workplace. If you're there to do your job, why does that other stuff matter?
Well, it's the military is a big difference because we're going out there to like fight and die for our country. We signed a blank check up into including death. Like we are the fighter, we are the tip of the spear. We are protecting the Satanists, we're protecting the Muslims, the Jews, the Christian. We don't need that in that.
Well,
Uh,
they can all serve
well,
though. Like they're also the people doing the protecting. So you're not Israel. You are U.S.
well, how do you know?
What
I might
what
have to sleep.
effect does
I might. Sorry.
you think you're that you think you're that good?
No,
What
no, definitely not.
what effect would gays have on the ability to do that? None.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's "Don't ask, don't tell." I'm sure there were plenty of
But even
gays in
if
the
they
military.
tell, like why how would it throw you off from doing that?
Geez, I mean, just taking the big picture, looking at the force, how it was. Like I said, I can't speak on back then. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't speak for today. But I'm not saying by any means. I'm saying when I was in. I'm not by any means saying throw them out. But definitely, yeah, there should be no trans in the military. We don't need another social experiment in the military.
Well, what if they're good soldiers?
Well, that's the what if, and I don't think statistically speaking,
You don't think they're good? That
and I can't say that. I can't say that they may be, but are we doing statistical outliers? You know what I mean? It's yeah.
I mean, how would you if you're talking about like male to female in with the girls or the guy, like if they stay in the do they still divide them by gender
When I was
or
in, it
sex?
was.
If
I
they
don't know
stay
now.
in the troops or the barracks with according to their birth sex, would it be an issue?
I mean, like I said, I'm not in anymore. So I mean, yeah, I believe it will. That's like having, you go to war, right? I mean, it's easier to kill a female than it is a male. Now, how deep were we going? Like female fighter pilots, super smart, no problem. They're flying a machine. You know what I mean? Or drone operators. So we're using their brains, not their physical defect, not defects, but physical limitations because they are biological females.
And the thing about back in your day with the gays was the morale. That was the justification they would use. But I can't believe all of these battle-hardened soldiers are gonna fall to pieces because they find out somebody's gay. Like how that there's something about that kind of sensitivity and fragility that's in contrast with the type of soldier that they purportedly are there to be.
Yeah, it's a fascinating discussion topic. Very to me. Like I said, I can't speak anymore because I'm not in. I can only speak of when I was in.
Was that around the Clinton time when he was trying to? Because he's the one that originally said that he would do gays in the military, and then he switched it to don't ask, don't tell.
You know how those dirty politicians are.
I know that. Well, I found out did that was my first taste of supporting somebody and then feeling betrayed by them.
Yeah, but off topic, dude.
Supporting
So
somebody for that specific reason because of what they
I
said,
love to
and
go
then
out.
having them
I'm sorry.
backtrack like that.
Yeah, I hate to go off topic, but that's how I am. But it's kind of connected, right? Bill, the country in such is in such 30 what 6 trillion whatever the debt. Why not start make prostitution legal and charge like $1 million to get head in the Oval Office at the Resolute desk?
I don't know if Trump has to. Well, I don't know if that would work with Trump. I don't think he's gonna pay. I don't think he's never had to pay that much.
He doesn't have to pay that. Like when he's in Largo at the or wherever North Jersey, wherever the hell he goes for his little vacation. Start while he's gone, $1 million a pop. You get ahead in the Oval Office.
You talking
Like
about
Bill Clinton,
civilians could come?
whoever,
Oh,
whoever,
okay.
$1 million. We're trying to make money for the
Well,
poor, for the country.
he's selling citizenship for is it 5 million or 50 million? He's
Well, I
letting
think
rich
5 million.
people
That
buy their way into the
allegedly, yeah,
country.
allegedly 5 million.
So yeah, why not?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Trying to make
Do
jokes.
you think it would make a dent in our debt?
Well, I mean, $1 million for $1 million for a blowjob in the Oval Office. $1 million can feed a lot of people in this country.
A trillion trillions is a lot of millions. There'd probably be I don't know. Most women seem like they hate America, like they wouldn't want to do that for the country.
I think they need to go to Afghanistan, like me, and we'll see. They won't be able to talk there, and I got a lot of Afghan stories. They
That
still stone people to death there. It's all over the internet.
wow, even after we pulled out,
Oh yeah, it
that'll
went back
cure
to
that feminism.
it went back to stoning, and we pulled like the strongest feminists out to save their lives, just like their special forces and so many people, and they're back to loving their little boys. It's disgusting. I can testify with that. How they love little boys. Those fucking dirty mother. Sorry.
Yeah, that I don't know anything about that.
There's a lot of documentaries on YouTube, and I
The
can
whole
testify.
world is YouTube now. If it YouTube is reality now. If it's on YouTube, then it's real. It happened.
Oh no, you'll have to like YouTube will block some stuff, so you got to go into the Google and Google it to find some stuff that's not allowed on YouTube. Just I don't. Yeah, YouTube won't show that.
No, Helena, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that a lot of women seem like they hate America. And so I think it would be hard to enlist them, but not if you refuse that you're automatically one of those women.
Maybe I'm misexplaining it. Like I'm saying, the government charges. A man and a woman voluntarily could be a wife. It doesn't even have to be a male one. It could be a trans, two
Oh, I
trans.
thought the White House was going to supply the women. You have to bring your own
No,
woman.
no,
You
I'm
just get to
sorry.
use the room.
Yeah, whoever in the chat, just that's what I was trying to. Now I got to elaborate. It's to
Oh.
use the room as a service, as like a tourist. You know, you get 15 minutes, whatever, 30
Oh, I
minutes. It doesn't
misunderstood.
matter.
Because when you said legalized prostitution, I thought the
I got a problem. I mix things together sometimes. But yeah, if they want to do it, well, why not?
I I I don't really have a problem with it. Hey, Shift, would you pay for a blowjob, or I guess would you be part of a couple? Say you had a guy, I don't know which situation is, and he wanted a blowjob in the Oval Office. Would you be willing to pay for that to happen to help bring down the national debt? He's Mossad is brainstorming ways to get our debt under control, and renting out the Oval Office for people that want to have blowjobs there was one of his ideas. That's what we're talking about.
Or whatever. They can do, multiple things
Oh,
then,
anything. So they get
Well, no,
to
not
rent the Oval Office. That seemed like it would be like a national security risk.
no, because the Secret Service is going to be right there. And if
Watching.
they want to do an OnlyFans video on there, then they charge. We'll charge them extra. The government will.
How much is gonna get done with the Secret Service watching? That's not sexy.
Well, I mean, they're right outside. Actually, in some videos and some can't get.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too. I know. The minute I said it. Well, I guess it would take some tweaking. But Kane, do you think it's enough of a fetish that it would help bring down the debt? Like, is it a legitimate strategy for reducing the national debt, or should we think of something else? Maybe we could get like kids to sell lemonade, subsidized lemonade stands for kids, and then take a cut. You got to get the next generation involved early. Oh, the novelty. So yeah, you're right. That's a good point. It would generate a little bit of money in the beginning, and then people would stop caring.
Well, no, it's capitalism, right? So then you would lower the price.
Well, how much? How much? What's the going rate? You think?
With America, quote unquote, or owing 36 trillion. I mean, where do you stop?
But it has to be market value, so you can't really tie it to how much the debt is. You have to tie it to how much you think people are willing to pay.
Well, exactly. That's why you started a million, and if you don't get the good business, you drop the price.
$10.
No, that's way, way too cheap. Come on, that's the White House. I mean, Bill Clinton got a blowjob in there. Come on.
Well, if nobody's paying at the higher price points, it's eventually gonna it's gonna find its own level where people are willing. Like it generates a market, and that could be $10.
Well, yeah, and then we could charge Lincoln's bedroom. We could charge 10 million. Do it in Lincoln's bedroom and on his bed.
But the White House, it's the people's house. We should already be able to do that for free. That house belongs to us
But we are a capitalist society, so gotta charge.
to use our own property.
Well, then we get into the tax debate. Why do I own what I own, but I still got to pay a tax? So is it really mine? Because if I don't pay the tax, they can take it from me.
Y- uh, Yeah, well, it yeah, it's a property tax. Can we manufacture steel again? Um, I assume we can, like we're able to. We have the ability to if we've done it before.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, Alan.
Hello. You alright? Hello. Oh, sorry. 1 second.
Ooh, are
Oh,
you
wait, turn you. I didn't turn you off first. Hello.
okay? So I didn't know what that was.
I'll turn you off first before turning you on. Hey, Jeff. Are you well?
What's up?
Yeah, not bad. Nice to see you.
You too. What's
Yeah.
going on over there?
Well, Scotland is
Uh,
late. We're had a few drinks. Ah, but I like your outfit tonight, Jeff. It's working. It's working for me.
oh, I just put it together with whatever was in the closet.
Ah,
Thanks.
oh, your shirt looks
It
well.
means a lot that it's gay approved because I'm horrible at that stuff.
Wait, what do we approve now? Because
My
as a straight,
outfit, my
well,
outfit.
as a, okay, so can a straight man approve it?
Yeah. Can we get one up here? Do we have a straight man in the audience that wants to come up and approve my outfit? What do you think of it?
Oh, you fucking troll!
Y- No, I guess a straight man can't. It takes a gay. So what's new with you, Alan? Did we lose him?
Yeah, dude, you put me in some title or something, and one of my spies told me that's how they found me over here hiding out. This is supposed
Who?
to be my
Oh.
hideout place, and they found me.
Well, they must have a tracker on you then.
Yeah, YouTube tracker.
If they get notified. Yeah, I put the names of the people that come up in the description. Well, they are they a stalker?
No, they're just really deep into the YouTube lore and like they know
Okay.
everything.
That's weird that I don't think I've ever looked for somebody else on YouTube to see if they're on a panel.
So you haven't come closer to like being like bisexual.
No, probably never will. I just
Well, not even like you don't like AOC and her big Latina booty.
no. No, definitely would not be AOC. I don't want to give you false hope. It's not going to be anybody in any female. If anything, I've moved even further away from where I already wasn't.
Jeez. All right, I got to go back to the drawing board.
But why is it so important to you? Like what have you met any hot guys lately?
Not,
Why?
not, not my cup of tea.
Um, oh, sorry, I'm doing social media. Okay, he's gonna try again.
Hello, Jeff.
Hi.
Hey, Jeff. You there?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
You're coming in kind of low, but I can hear you.
Sorry. 1 second. I'll move this. Move this. Hello. Are you well?
Am I well?
Are you okay?
I think so.
Yeah, you think so? Hold tight.
Yes, I'm as well as I'm gonna get tonight, I think.
Oh, who was talking about guys?
Masad?
Masad. Hey, Masad. I'm pleased to meet you.
Hello, good day, mate. How are
Hey,
you?
oh,
Hello,
pleased to meet you. Hello from Scotland.
crikey, mate. Scottish. I love Scottish kisses.
Oh, yeah, don't we all? Boof in the moof. Oh my to heavens.
He's trying to
Yeah.
turn me by.
Oh, fuck off, Jeff.
Yeah, I am, mate. I am trying. He
oh,
just doesn't know. I'm
oh,
gonna send Jeff tons
I
of fun. He's gonna learn.
no.
Jeff, I've not seen a vagina since the 90s.
Since
The
you have?
90s. The 90s.
Oh,
Oh,
well, at
you're
least
missing
you
out, mate.
have.
You're missing out. They don't all smell like fish.
No, then I found cock. Here, the whole fish thing. Fish. Oh my. Ugh. That's a whole different story. Anyway, sorry. Not to offend any people, but hello.
And he's trying to use AOC of all people,
Oh,
I don't know, mate, because it's like, that's
or
like, I'm
BBL.
projecting. I guess I'm projecting because, like,
She doesn't
I,
even seem like she'd be that big.
because the Latinas are freaky, but then again, she's so left. Who knows?
is this AOC?
Yeah. He
Oh, okay.
It's like
he
I tried to.
considers her a big booty Latino.
Yes, Alex Stein. His video is great. Big booty Latina, but
Oh, I
yes,
saw that where he went to that rally and he's like,
that's where I get it
I'm
from. I
here to meet
usually
some big booty Latinos.
My milkshake brings all the
And
boys
they
safe.
ran him off. Lou, women come on here all the time. We've had almost like nothing but women lately. And
Um,
Mike.
you've had a few women, lovely Helena. Hello, Helena.
Yeah, we had Helena,
Yeah,
and we had
and
Zephyr,
and
we had
Angeline.
Rin, and we
Angeline.
had Alan's here now,
oh,
Fuck
and we
oh,
off.
mate. I know a few ladies will get on your panel, mate. I'll
I'm
have to fetch them out for you.
I'm butch as fuck. Oh, here he is. Hello, Mike. There he is.
Hey, what's up? What's
Hey,
up?
fellas.
Salute. What's
Good
going
to see
on?
you. Oh, good to see you, fella.
Jeff, I'm a fan favorite now. I'm a fan favorite. But
what is it?
yeah.
Of my fans?
Yeah,
all
of
the gays,
course.
all the
Oh,
gays,
well, it's about time.
all the gays love Mike.
They're coming around.
All the
They
gays
are.
love Mike. We love Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hey, what's up? Salute, man. Salute.
Oh,
Good to see you. And
greetings as
Mossad,
well.
Mossad, I've seen you in other chats. I've never talked to you, so nice to meet you, man.
Oh, good day, mate. Where'd you see me, if you mind?
I
Oh,
were you on Chaotic Truths in his chat, CT's chat?
Say again, mate.
Were you on Chaotic Truths chat? Were you in his chat?
No, I don't think so, mate.
Okay. Well, there's another person with Mossad as their name, so just
Oh no, we don't like that. I hope I've had clones in the past.
yeah.
It's not good. I hope
oh,
it's not a clone.
All right. So there's a big misconception about Jeff. Jeff likes to have women on panel, but as long as they're not like extra or skanky. Jeff likes women that like Zephyr or Helena, women that come
I
up
mean, they could be
that can.
skanky. I don't.
I mean, to a certain extent,
As
to a certain extent,
as
but
long as they follow the rules of everybody
no,
else, but they can't come up here and
yeah.
Karen or
but Jeff,
micromanage or do their little womanly games. And the
The,
women in the
yeah.
past,
Mhm.
there's some women in the past that didn't enjoy being on the panel because they
This
didn't
is
get their needs met or whatever. And they're the ones that go off and talk about what a horrible
mhm.
experience they have here. But it's not
This is
me
the
telling
great.
them they can't come on.
This is the way to sum up. I think Jeff. I'm sorry to cut you off, Jeff. This is the way to sum up the Jeff experience. Jeff
oh,
welcomes everybody, but he
yes, he
doesn't
does.
like people. But he doesn't like people that come up that try to dictate or control his thoughts or his views.
Yeah,
In other words, if you're going to come up, hear me out. If you're going to come up, have your own thoughts and views, but don't try to dictate or push your views on Jeff. I think a lot of women in the past. I'm not caping. I think a lot of women in the past get overly emotional and try to dictate how Jeff should run his channel, how he should think, how he should feel. They try to pull that vajayjay card. It doesn't work with Jeff.
And even then, I
But
don't kick them. They end up leaving
but
because
think
their little
about
games don't
this.
work.
But think about this. A lot of men that are of a different, or they're looking maybe to get women's favor. A lot of men will cape for women that come on panels that try to tell them what to do. Jeff doesn't do that. You that's all I'm trying to say. But in my experience, I've seen women come on panel and try to tell Jeff how to run his panel, and he doesn't like that. That's all.
well, there's
But I don't do
no
that for anybody.
women.
It's not even that they're a woman.
Jeff,
Because the
Jeff.
guys that do that, I do the same thing.
Okay. Hey, Mike, good to see you.
No, I was basically just alluding to the comment that was there. In other words, Jeff doesn't like women on his panel. That's not true at all. I don't think that's true whatsoever.
No,
I don't let people on my panel
agreed,
that I don't
agreed,
like. If I
agreed.
don't enjoy someone,
But
Yeah.
you,
they're not
you've
going
some,
to come up regularly. I might give them one shot to see what
yeah,
they're about.
but you've got some really nice females that do
So
come
if
up
I
on.
even let somebody on, that's an indication that I like them or enjoy. There's something
Yeah.
about them I enjoy having on
Yeah,
panels.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for having me up all the time, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming up. You hardly ever come up, so what an honor.
yeah. I mean, you do have some nice females that come up on your panel, Jeff. Like Helena,
Yeah,
Angelina.
I like the women that hang out here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all cool. They're all cool. And you got some tidy guys as well. Mike. Hey, sir.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think there's what's called panel etiquette, and I made a lot of mistakes when I first came on YouTube. I made a lot of mistakes in the past where I didn't respect the owner of the channel, and I think I've learned to kind of chill out sometimes when the owner of the panel is talking. Or I know you guys are going to kill me when but I mean I will admit I overtalk people, but I'm trying my hardest to stop doing that. And I
Oh,
think, Jeff, I think last night's stream was a
oh
perfect
shit.
example. No, well, hear me out. I think last night's stream was a perfect example that I've been controlling myself better of not cutting people off
I
and
mean, last
letting
night
letting other people talk.
that was a bit wild last night. To be fair,
Yeah.
There was
that
what?
Dollar Tree Jason Momoa.
And Lou,
Exactly.
it's still for men's mental health. That definitely takes priority, but that doesn't mean it has to exclude women.
But you did
But
well last
yeah,
night,
but
Mike. Last night, Mike, you did well. And to
Alan, I'll call you Alan. I'm not sure if your real name is Alan or
yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah,
I'll just say
yeah,
Alan. But
yeah,
the
sir.
way
Yeah.
that me, Joe Cool, and Helena were very calm and collected was an homage to Jeff because us three could explode on people, but we
Yeah.
kept it civilized and we kept the
Yes,
conversation going. Yep.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean,
We respected.
The
Yeah.
community really rallied last night.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
It was,
I had the whole stream last night, Jeff. I was listening. I didn't join in, but I was listening.
And Alan, I don't know if you've watched me on different platforms. Like I'm a troll master. Like I will troll the living piss out of people, like just nasty, crazy trolling. But that's the
No,
community that. Yeah, go ahead.
you're the master troll.
Yeah.
I know,
But when
sir.
I but when I come on Jeff's and I stop it and I'm the real me. This is the real me, guys. Guys, this is the real me.
Yeah, I
And
know.
but it freaks people out because they want that rah craziness. But Jeff likes it only in small doses. Jeff likes a little bit. We call it light trolling. Jeff likes light trolling. He doesn't like too much craziness.
Yeah,
Just a little bit. Just a
I
little
get
bit.
it. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it.
Because then Jeff starts getting pissed. I was heavy trolling one time, and Jeff kicked me off panel. It was the funniest shit ever. He's
well,
like,
that's
"All right,
because
Mike,
you were attacking people, and I told you to
I
stop it.
know, but I went into old school troll mode. Jeff, I'm not mad at
Oh,
you, but
that's what that. Yeah, but
I was going into that troll mode, and then Jeff's like, "Look, I don't want that here," but I didn't take offense to it. It's cool. Like I said, I respect the channel owner, but a lot of people come on panels and they don't respect the channel owner. And
Indeed.
people don't realize
that's
how
on the
much.
channel owner too. For like, if
Yes,
I don't
well,
let
yes and
people on
no,
here that can't follow the basic
right?
guidelines.
But
Yeah.
Jeff, see but Jeff, your channel is growing. You've broken 800 again, and I don't think you'll ever go backwards. I think you're going to go forward.
Don't
But
curse it.
remember,
Don't curse it.
no, you're not going to go backwards. You're not. If I
Nope.
have anything to do with it, I will come up here and act a fool, and we will roast drunk guys, and we will do whatever we have to do.
Yes,
But
sir.
I need to pull you into different sectors. I need to get you with me on different sectors and to
Oh,
pull
yeah.
you in. Yeah.
I'm
But
ready.
Jeff, you have to be able to take the punches and roll with it. So just giving
I
you
don't. Like what kind of punches? I was
Yeah.
If someone tries to make fun of you or joke on you, then you have to be able to snap back on them. That's all.
Snap back.
Yeah. 'Cause you're a super nice guy. But if you're gonna test the waters and put your foot
It's the
in,
policing I don't like when they start trying to tell me,
you're not going
like
to.
etiquette, how to talk and all
Yeah.
that. You're getting too emotional. Calm down.
Oh.
That's not the topic. Oh,
Why?
take care, Mossad. Good to see you. I
Oh.
hope you
Take
stop
care.
by again.
Take care. All the best.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry
dropping
about that,
out. Hey,
Masad. I
hey,
I
bud.
tend to overtalk the. I tend to overtake. I
You
apologize.
did.
But no,
Mike came
Masad.
on and took over the panel
Never.
again.
So you ever notice? Do you ever notice, Alan? Like
Yeah.
people will come up. Oh, Zephyr, thank you. I apologize. Zephyr was really awesome with her art while we were
Oh,
attacking a drunken man. Zephyr
that
was
was
had all the
that was
cute
so.
art and stuff like that.
I
So,
seen that
I,
last night. It was so cool.
The
yeah.
Bob Dylan cards.
It was so cool.
I hope he comes back. I mean, I was really interested. Like, I'm super interested in that guy. Like, I'm interested. Like, I want to know more about this dude. I
Well,
really do.
me too. I mean, you didn't come in being a dick. You weren't a dick. Nobody was a
Yeah.
dick. You were just interested in what he was saying. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
Alan, we were trying to get to the root of the cause, and then he was
Yeah, it's
diverting.
because nobody just. That's what I wanted to do. Because I
I
think it is. I think you're right. I think it is traumagenic.
but I
And
understand as well, Mike. There was a few words that triggered him last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's two things
So,
that triggered him, suggesting that it was
Trauma.
trauma, which
Yes.
he took as mental illness,
Yes.
and asking him about what happened in prison.
Yes.
yeah.
But because
But you
most
see,
normal racists don't go around setting you up for the racism. Like,
Yeah.
hi, just to let you know, I'm a racist. I'm here to be racist. You're gonna hear me be You're gonna kick me off for they just racist. They don't prepare
yeah,
you for it in advance.
Yeah.
it's perpetual. In other words, he was expecting to be kicked off, and the reason why he wanted to be kicked off, Jeff, so he didn't have to explain where it's coming from. In other words, he came up to express himself, but then didn't want any questions whatsoever. You can't come on a panel, especially a panel like Jeff's, that is all about explaining yourself. Where does
Yes,
this
sir.
It's
come
kind of a
from?
bit.
Yeah, and he got exposed. But me, Joe, and Helena didn't attack him, and we
No.
also didn't drag him. If you notice, people will placate other people. They'll exuberate their ridiculousness to get a reaction from them. But I think me, Joe, and Helena truly cared about where is this coming from. Like, why are you this way? Like, we were truly interested.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
will say is I seen a different side of you last night, Mike.
Yeah.
With when he was on panel, I seen a different side of you, which was nice. No.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. And the thing is that my counseling side came out, and I was just like, I'm trying to figure out where this is coming from. But he did get very, very offended, and that's
Yeah.
okay. And then we took a step back and let him air his self out. But if he's listening, which I'm pretty sure he's listening right now, pretty sure.
Let's hope so. Hope so.
But I'm sure Jeff. I would never speak for Jeff, but I'm sure Jeff would welcome him back, to talk about it some more if Jeff
Yeah.
wanted to.
He
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
was.
if he's sober enough to talk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a good panelist. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And that's what this experience is. Alan, you haven't been on panel very often, but we've done some
Nope.
battles on these YouTube streets. We've done some battles, man.
Oh, I've been there as well, Mike.
Yeah. It's wild, man. It's wild. I was on a panel the other night and I'm ripping someone to shreds. And then I come on Jeff's the same night and I'm this nice, chill out guy. So maybe I'm the one with issues. Maybe I have dual personality. I don't know. But but yeah. But I do think Jeff, and like I said this the other night, everything I think in life is about energy. Jeff gives off this vibe and this energy of
Yes, sir.
calmness and understanding. And I
Yes, sir.
think when you come on a platform like that, you're much more humanized. You're more of a human than a rabid dog, you know.
Yes. I mean, Jeff will tell you. Like, I've spoke to Jeff off the panel, in
Yeah.
Discord. I'm completely different in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Drunk people are not that hard to understand.
I'm not drunk. I'm Scottish.
No, not you. I'm just saying. It's
Yeah. And I think, but I do think also in turn, I think some people when they're drunk or under the influence of something, they do expose what's really bothering them. So even though it's a detriment
yeah.
to be under the influence, it gives people shines a light on what's really their base trauma.
Exactly.
What's really where it's coming from. Because if they weren't inebriated, they wouldn't be talking the way they did.
I mean, there's a lot last night. That lad that was on last night, there was a lot of things he said he would not have said if he was not in the condition he was in.
Yeah. And then he's dropping, and Alan, he's dropping that he's Sicilian, and me and Helena are like, oh no, he didn't just say that. like that's like, that's like a Scotsman, Alan, coming on and saying the most egregious stuff. You're like, hey, I'm a Scotsman. We don't associate with you. I don't want to hear that kind of stuff.
Okay,
But it's yeah.
My grandparents are Italian, right? They're from
Yeah.
Barga in Italy. They nationalised, from Barga to Scotland.
Sure.
Yeah, I've been to Barga. I went to Barga a few years ago. It was beautiful. Hilltop mountain church, beautiful.
Yeah. It's amazing, and a lot of Italians, look like Jeff. Fair skin, blue eyes, stuff like that. So, like my mother was blonde hair and blue eyes because she was from the top. She was from near Rome. From the top, because she had a little bit of Swiss influence. And remember the Swiss?
Oh, it's the Southern Italians.
Yeah, the Southern. Yeah, we're the dirty Italians. We're the Sicilians. Yeah, we're dirty. We're dirty. We're dirty. We're the dirty birds. We're the dirty birds. Yeah. 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 The more you get Southern, the darker you get, the more ghetto you get. The Southerns are the best singers, the best athletes. We have the darker complexion. We have all these different things. But when you go to the top of Italy, way to the top, Rome area, things like that, Milan, they're all blonde hair, blue eyes. They're all super pretty and stuff like that. They don't have calluses on their hands. When you go down to Sicily or Naples, Sicily, places like that, now we all look different. We look like workmen,
Yeah.
But
who cooks the best?
Sicily. Sicilians cook the best. Absolute best.
Swedish.
Yeah, the Sicilians are the best. We have the best. We have the best cuisine. The Sicilians can cook you anything. I'm telling you, a Sicilian. And it's funny because when you're from like way down in Italy, the women don't cook. The men cook. The men are the best cooks. Yeah. The men are the cooks in the household. They are.
I mean,
Asslets. Zephyr,
I mean,
the thing is that me and Zephyr, we're like a long-term love relationship. So I love Zephyr.
I didn't
Zephyr's
even know
awesome.
y'all knew each other.
Oh,
we don't. I only know her in my dreams, Jeff. Only in my dreams.
Oh my days.
Zephyr's now Zephyr's gonna unsubscribe and run from the channel now.
Well,
no, it's all good.
Dreams too.
Maybe she may.
I do
a prank, Mike. Hold tight, Mike. Hold tight. She may.
I love the fact when all of us were battling online, Zephyr's just showing this cute art the whole time. She's just showing like little art pieces and like cute, like we're online, we're going, F you racist effer, and then Zephyr's like, look, my puppy, look at this drawing, look, like she was completely diffusing the anger just with her art. So that's awesome.
I mean, she
Yeah.
was. I agree, Mike. I agree. I mean, last night she was. I mean, you had a few different people on panel. With that Jason Momoa person. But Zephyr, she continued to share her art, so I love her for that. You know, Jeff?
I have a child, I have a daughter that went, and she has a degree in art from VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University. So I love artists. Artists, I think, are so important,
Nice.
to our well-being, you know.
Oh, I get you.
And an artist can be an artist can be a cook, a chef, could be a musician, could be a painter. An
Indeed.
artist is good.
Art is what you make it. It's what you make
It could
it.
be a panelist. It
Yes,
could
sir.
be a YouTube
Yeah.
creator.
Well, that's it. I'm so glad I was able to say hello to Mike. Like,
It's really funny because I talked to Jeff about this about a couple weeks ago. I was going to go ahead and leave YouTube for a while. Me and Jeff had a big conversation about this. No,
Where would you
Jeff,
go?
stop. Jeff, I've done it. Jeff, don't judge me, Antler Man. Okay,
well,
I've done it before.
Just asking questions. Where would you go? Like,
I've done it before. I've taken a month break before, and then I'm gone, and people are like, "Where's he at?" Dude, do you realize? All right, check this out. This is Jeff. This is a true story. I'm not making this up. Okay, I like to embellish a lot of stuff. I left for 2 or 3 weeks, and people were putting online that I passed away, that I died.
really?
Like it's like, yeah. I'm like, no, I'm alive and kicking. Like I just wanted to take a break from YouTube because
yeah,
it
YouTube
does.
breaks are healthy. Sometimes I'll
Yeah.
take like 1 day of a break, and it makes all the difference. It resets me.
Yeah.
Hello.
What's
Oh
up,
my
man?
God, we get to see Alan. Hang on, hang on.
Oh my days.
Oh
Hello.
my God, Alan.
Oh,
Wow.
you're right.
Well, Alan, you look
I
great
I
for
had you
70.
pictured
Yeah.
totally different.
Yeah.
First of all, I had you red. I had you redhead,
Oh, I'm not a fucking redhead.
and I had you more gay.
Oh my days. Is that better? Oh,
Alan, you look fantastic for 74 years old. You look amazing, man.
Oh, hey.
You
We'll fix it here.
look like you should be in a boy band, like a boy band reunion, like the Backstreet Boys or something. Yeah.
Oh, I've been there. Yeah, Mike, I'm probably older than you.
How old are you?
I don't know. I'm pretty old, Alan. Pretty old.
How old are you, Mike? You're like 44?
I'm right at 50.
Oh, well, I'm 2 years off 50.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
You're so we're all like same generation.
Yeah, we are. And I'm
Yeah.
a scorpion as well.
Yeah, you're doing great, man. You look, and Alan, you look healthy. You look happy and healthy, and God bless you, man. You look happy and healthy.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, Alan, are you an old school Scottish Catholic? Are you a Catholic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha.
I thought they were Presbyterian.
Oh, but let's say it's the old school Catholic back then.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think I came out to my parents when I was 17,
Mhm.
they hated me. They still hate me.
What? Do they talk to you?
No, they don't. No, really, fuck. Sorry. No, they still hate me because I'm gay. I'm not. I've not. Well, we've kind of rekindled things over the years, but never. They still hate me.
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
have
Alan.
siblings?
Mhm.
I mean, I was married. I was married to my husband, and they hated that.
Well, Jeff.
Sorry.
No, you're good, Jeff. Jeff. It's really hard being an openly gay Catholic. Now, I'm not gay, but Alan, I salute you. But
Yes.
being a Catholic and being gay is a contradiction to your belief. But I do believe that God loves you either way. But it is that's why I asked Alan, are you a Catholic? Because Catholicism shies against that. But I think it's getting a little bit better over time.
I mean,
To
it's different now. It's different now. I mean,
Yeah,
if when you think back to when I came out, I was 17. I'm now what? Am I 48? I'm 48 now.
yeah,
I came out when I was 17 to my parents. Uh, we were quite heavily involved, in the Catholic Church, in the church,
yeah.
locally. I was an altar boy and all that business. But my parents were more worried about what the neighbours thought than what was going on with me.
What, Alan? What was the hardest? Was the hardest thing telling your mom or telling your dad? What was the hardest part of you actually coming to a parent? Was it the
Well,
mother or the father was the hardest?
well, in a different way, it's like my dad was ex-army. My dad was army.
Hmm.
Oh,
And he tried to, after I told him that I was gay, he tried to do everything to change my mind about being gay.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
tried to sign up to the army.
Yeah.
He thought that me signing to the army and seeing the world, going away, discovering the world, come back, that would make me straight. I was like, that's not going to work. That's not me.
Yeah.
Um, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
My mum and dad hated me, and they still hate me. In a
I
way,
can't.
Well,
Are you still married?
uh, I'm not married. Me and my husband, we're now divorced. Oh my days. Me and my husband were married for 15 years.
mhm.
We're now
Wow.
divorced. We're now divorced. We were together for 23 years. We met when I was like just before I was 20 when I met him.
Mhm. So do you think, Alan, do you think sometimes people still love each other, but they just grow apart? People just grow apart sometimes,
Yes, yes, sir.
you know?
Yes, sir. I get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I
Like
totally
I
get that.
love I'm very open with my marriage. I was married 11 years, and I would die for her right now. If a doctor said to me, you have to give everything you have, you're going to pass away for her, I would do it. You never
Yeah,
stop loving somebody. But the problem was is that we got together very young. We got
yeah,
together at 23. She had children. We had our children. I had all this responsibility. I didn't know how to really maintain a family at 24 years old. Having four children is very difficult. It's a lot of stress.
no,
Um,
I absolutely, I get you. I
I
mean,
made a lot of mistakes, but the bottom line is that we still love each other, even though we're not together. So I think that some people do grow apart. They get together too young. There's a lot of stress going on. So yes, you can
no,
divorce somebody and still consider them family. That's what
yes,
I'm trying to say.
yeah, and there's
Yeah,
some people that some people have been in your life. You don't hate them. You don't hate them.
yeah.
I mean, I will say is like I was with my partner for 23 years. I met him just before my
How
21st birthday.
how did y'all meet?
A party.
Oh,
Mm,
It was a party. It was an after party. Um, so
yeah.
okay. He was seeing someone that I knew, and he was seeing someone that I knew. I was on the sofa, early hours in the morning, and I was on the floor, and he was on the sofa with a duvet, and he was like, "Are you cold?" I was like, "Yes, I am." So I
Mm,
went under the duvet with him, but then we were together 23
and
years.
that's all it took.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can imagine what happened after that. We're just friends. But I will say is like having been with Jamie, Jamie's Max, right? We were together for 23 years. We were married 15 years. We adopted two kids. We had two fantastic kids that we brought up.
Oh, wow. How old are they?
They're now 20 and 25 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
wild. It's
but they
wild.
were but they were 6 and 11 when they moved in with us.
Mhm.
They were young kids. All I wanted to do is make kids' life better.
Yeah. Alan, your life kind of mimics mine
Yes.
into where we took on, like, in other words, I no, it's Jeff, hear me out, and Alan,
Okay.
I'm 22, almost 23. I have the world in front of me. I'm a handsome big guy, great job.
I get you.
I meet this beautiful woman who is 2 years older than me, that was married, who has 3 children. She has 3 children. She was married by one man. She was married at 18, has 3 children. I decided to change my life at 22, 23 years old and take on a family at that time.
Yes, sir.
She was moving. She was going to move and live with a friend of hers. I said, no, you move in with me. The most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, sir.
Gorgeous. Everybody told me, don't do this. You're too young. You're not ready for this responsibility. Everyone told me the same thing. Even family members said, Mike, you're not ready for this. You're a party guy. You like to go hang out. I took this family on. We had our son 1 year later. So I had 4 children at 23, 24 years old. I had 4 children.
I
I'm
get
going to
you.
tell you this. I would never change anything I did. Never. It was a
Exactly.
struggle. It was a
Same.
struggle, man. It
Same.
was sleepless nights. It was working overtime. It was doing everything possible to pay the bills. And I would
No,
never change anything.
no, I get you. Same as well. I mean,
Yeah.
um, obviously, me and my husband were together for a few years, and I just wanted the same as everybody else. I just wanted a family. I just wanted a family.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Um,
it. You were
we,
yearning for something, and you got it. And,
yes,
I'm sorry it didn't work. I'm sorry that you're at a different state, but
no, no,
it
no,
sounds to me, your mentality, you seem like a very loving person. So now, do you guys still talk and conversate, like maybe on
yes,
holidays and stuff like
yes, we
that?
do. Yes, we do.
Okay.
Now and again, we do communicate, but not quite as much as what we used to. If that makes sense, because
No, yeah.
they had to journey on. I helped them in their life, and they have to journey on in their life and discover,
Check.
what's best for them.
This is great. This is great. So my ex is still beautiful. She's still a beautiful lady. But
Yes, ma'am.
like Thanksgiving, she invites me over to her house, and then if she's with somebody, they're not there. She has enough respect for me in my presence to not have whoever she's dating there. And then I would never bring someone I'm dating there, because it's family only. Family only. It's
I get.
different if she remarried, then it's a different thing. I would want to meet her husband or something like that. But like, if you're going to invite an ex that you love, that you have kids together with, their new person shouldn't be there. I believe there's boundaries that people should respect.
I
Do
think
you
it
Um,
agree with
depends on the
that?
person.
I mean, I
Yeah.
agree. There's a lot of boundaries as well. I mean, during me and my husband split up during COVID. During the whole lockdown thing. Oh
Mm.
my day. That happened here in the UK, same as the UK, same as everywhere else. That tested everyone's relationships. But one thing is I always love my kids. I love my kids.
Yeah. I can tell. I can tell you're a I can tell just in general you're a very loving person.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I can't see people saying that you're a bad person.
Yeah. Well, I
You're a
mean,
better person than I am. You're very
it-
understanding. And Alan, I never knew that you were gay. I didn't know. And it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't
it-
even matter. But
That's
all
my
I'm saying,
gay. That's the one that always
but
helps
it
me with
doesn't
my
matter.
outfits.
But let's say, Mike, it doesn't matter. I wanted the same thing as
doesn't matter.
everybody. I wanted the same life as everyone else, just to have that life. Doesn't matter who you are. Just
Yeah.
have that. I mean, I had 2 fantastic kids that I brought up. That I made both of them went to university. They were
Mm,
6. They were 6 and 11. A brother and sister. They were
mm.
6 and 11.
Y'all got them at the same time.
Yes, sir. Because
Yeah.
they couldn't be separated. I took two of them on. And you know
Hmm.
what? The older one now, he's now finished university. And he's doing well. They still
But
keep in contact.
Do y'all get together for holidays and stuff?
No, not quite as
Oh,
close as. But it's that kind of hoorah. We did well.
Yeah.
They contact me on birthdays.
Hmm.
I send them well wishes on theirs. But they're on different journeys now.
Yeah.
I've
But
helped them.
Alan, I guarantee they think about you more than you think they do. I believe they think about you a lot more than you
No,
think. It's
I,
just that
no,
it's harder with life, especially for a young person in life to kind of reach out. But trust me, I don't think they'll forget you. I don't think they don't think about you. I just like my son. So I
no.
raised my kids, they were with me every single day, and now my kids are grown. And I get very sad when I don't hear from them for 4 or 5 days. But
Yeah,
remember, they are grown with their own families.
yes, sir.
So you have to hey Jackal, but you have to respect, even though you have to respect their boundaries. You can't constantly expect them to contact you all the time. But we miss
Exactly.
them. We miss them so much. We really do.
Yes, and my kids get that as well. It's
Yeah.
that kind of balance of life. It's like, dad, as they call me, dad has to get on with his life. We're older, we can do it ourselves.
My
I
kids
love
worry about me.
Untrackable.
I get the Jackal, what's up? I get the messages all the time from my kids. Hey, Dad, are you okay? Do you need anything? Are you eating good? It's almost like you raise them, and then once they become grown, they start
It,
raising you. That
That'd
it's
be
makes
re-
sense.
creepy. I
it's
wouldn't
re-
want my kids texting me
it's reversal.
to
It's reversal.
monitor my eating.
No, no, no. In other words, it's help, like, because I'm a cook. I cook all the time, but it's like, hey, how's it going? Did you make
They're messy.
lasagna, or I miss this, I miss that. They find what's relevant to you to kind of bridge that loneliness.
Oh
You know.
shit! Oh,
Untrackable, it looks like you have sunlight in your
oh,
face.
sorry.
There's
Hey,
some kind of
intractable.
beam
Hey,
glowing.
intractable. Sorry. I didn't notice you. Me and Mike were getting deep there.
Yeah, Jeff, putting water on my love vibes. Damn you, Jeff.
Oh,
No, I'm
No,
not
it's all
putting.
good.
I'm just.
exactly.
I,
Oh, Mike and
I
this.
don't. I'm not. I'm not doing anything to you love vibes. Go
Good
I
to
ahead.
know,
see
I know.
good to see you on travel, even without the beard. Nice to see you, sir.
Untrackable, be careful. He's a handsome gay man on the prowl. Be very careful, Untrackable. Be very careful.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't
It's
you
quite
worry.
a
Married
while.
with children.
Um,
I'm
I,
date, I'm dating someone. So
All right. I was totally joking. I was totally joking. Go ahead.
no, but you're right. But I mean, I will say is like on trackable. He's quite tidy. Hey, sir. Smile.
Whoa.
Smile.
Hey now. Hey now.
There it is. Smile. There it is. Smile. There it is. Oh God.
So when are we gonna have when are we gonna have the 2025, 2026 calendar of Untrackable Beardless? Like a calendar where he's like flexing his muscles and like in the garage, like doing little
Yeah.
squats and stuff. Is that gonna come out soon?
Yes, sir. Holding the haggis. Hold the haggis. Here. Untrackable. Can you hold the haggis?
What's going on, Untrackable?
I'm doing okay.
Man, good to see. Good.
The idea of maintaining relationships with um, it does kind of touch me because I didn't grow up with my father, but I know him, and there's these things like, hey, I haven't seen you, or I haven't talked to you. It's like, well, you know, I you didn't raise me, and so I have to do me. But when I get to see you, I am very appreciative of it, and then you get to see where I'm at, if that makes sense.
Do y'all talk? Y'all are in contact.
Yes. This past summer, he was making kind of like a last rounds of basically anybody that would talk to him.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Um, he has his group of friends and the places that he's been up and down the East Coast. Um,
but I am one of the only children. I don't know of anybody else, but as far as children is concerned, but I am one of the only children that still talks to him.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Well,
What,
you have a
is there?
very
What's wrong? What's his deal?
Well, I mean, he created 6 kids, and he did not stick with either of the mothers. So there was 3 kids, and then there was 3 kids. So his actions beyond that, um, you know, I even became fed up with my brother and sister blaming my dad for their failures.
Got
It's
you.
like, no, my
Well,
failures are my failures, and my successes are my successes. But it became such a thing to where it's like, hey, when you succeed, you can either hide it from your father and be like, hey, look what you didn't do, or you could succeed and take it back to your father and be like, hey, you know, everything's okay. I'm doing me, even though you left me like this or whatever, but I
yes.
still love you, and I'm doing me. I'm doing me just like you were doing you when
Yeah,
you did
totally.
what
But
you did.
crack on life. Crack on. You have to keep going.
It, yeah, life is hard, and if you want to make an excuse about where you come from, good luck. But if you can make something for yourself, and then still be like, hey, um, you created me, but I created this, and then I just want to say thank you, and be here and be a proof of your life. Hope I mean, because I hope somebody has a proof of my life
Yes, sir.
when I'm no longer here anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
Yes, sir. Here, you're untrackable. You're a handsome fellow. I wish you well.
Stop objectifying me and start
Oh,
listening to my words.
sorry.
So, okay,
Oh shit. Sorry.
I told you, Trackable. I told you, dude. Since you shaved your beard, you're like the hottest thing on the YouTube streets now, dude. Like you did it to yourself, Untrackable. I mean, with the beard, you had like a protection barrier away from people wanting to get some.
Yeah.
Now the beard is gone, so now it's like open season on Untrackable. It's open season.
I get it, Mike. I mean, yes, you
Not
can
for
say all
me,
you.
sir. Untrackable. Not for me, sir. I'm not. That's not me.
Well,
I'm
no,
just saying, but
hold tight, Mike. Hold.
Alan is definitely in love with someone trackable. He's definitely in
Oh,
love. So
that's a vicious rumor. I love
yeah.
guys.
Um oh boy. But when it comes to relationships, it's so difficult, and it's I had a great conversation today with a younger person. I think she's 26. I think she's 26. And we just had a random conversation. It's a store I go to all the time, and she calls me Pops. I hate that she calls me Pops because
Oh,
I'm older than her. She goes
that's an
Pops.
awkward.
She goes she goes Pops. Let me ask you a question. She goes, was it hard for you dating when you were my age, when you were 24, 25? Was it hard dating? And I said, no, hon. It was easy. It was simple. It was nothing.
Yeah, it was.
It was so eaten. But now dating or being in relationships now are so complicated. So
Oh my
let me ask
days.
you, let me ask you, gentlemen, this. Do you think it's us being apprehensive, or social media, or temptation? What makes dating someone so difficult? That's my question.
That's mine too. What's changed? Like, what? Why would it be that different?
I mean, I
Uh,
have something to say on this, but I
let's
would
hear it.
rather
Come
I
on,
would
Travel.
rather I would rather everybody else go first.
Oh,
Sure, and I think, and I'll take it first, and everyone will take it after me. I think the difficulty is the stimulation. Everybody with the online stuff, with the dating websites, with smartphones. In other words, when you had a relationship when we were in our 20s. Now remember, and Trackle, I think you're younger than me and Jeff, or I'm
I'm
not
with
sure how old Alan is, but
same age,
I'm going
mate.
to tell you
Same
this:
age. I'm,
untrackable,
I'm with you, mate.
untrackable.
Same age.
Being 50 years old. Imagine dating 35 years ago. 35 years ago is like an eternity. Like you had to actually go and meet a woman in person and spit your best game, follow up with it. You had to call her on the telephone. There was no texting. You
Yeah.
had to go to her house, ask her
Yeah.
dad, "Can I please take your daughter out?" There was a lot of work to get a
Yeah.
relationship, and you
I,
you you
I agree.
you put a lot into it. Now it is basically, what do they do, the flipping where they have the website where you go who you want to bang or not. What is that, Tinder? Whatever the shit that they use now.
Oh,
It's like, do I want to bang this person? Nope. Yes. Nope. Yes. Nope. And people are so promiscuous. So the whole
yeah.
point of what I'm trying is, my rant
People are doing
basically
that
says,
anyway in their brain.
there's no, but Jeff, back in the day, there was morality. You asked the permission of the parents. You were invested in the family. You wanted to know the family more than the girl. You wanted to be a part of the family. And then once you were in, you were in. But it just seems to me like dating is so cheap and so plastic now. And there's no emotion. It's just all about sex. All it's about is getting a piece. Let me tell you
It's
something.
always what it's been
I'd rather
about.
be
Nobody did the family thing.
It
Well,
was never like that, Jeff. Jeff, it was
Yes.
never like that.
no,
Well,
but it was, mate. It was. If you,
I,
you think back to when you were 20, that was around. Dating a gay guy back then was
Yeah.
holy shit.
When I worked for the city, Alan, when I worked for the city in my 20s, and I worked with Vice, I didn't even know about the complexity of prostitution. Like women just throwing themselves at men. Like, I'm like, this can't be real. This is like movie stuff.
No, I
So
get you.
all
I
I'm
get
trying to say is that, yeah, it was a rude awakening. Rude awakening.
no,
well, what do you think it is, Untrackable? Because I don't even know that it's that different.
I
Well,
mean,
there are the apps and stuff, but I think going back to your roots will always help, and that is, hey, um, I knew you back then, and then I went and lived my life. And then you come back to your roots and you find an availability. You find a farm amongst itself of people that you do know that are still looking. However, you have gone through the paces of whether it be education, life experience, and stuff like that. That is probably going to be your biggest farm because I mean, I could tell my story, but that's how I found um, where I am now.
But you met like y'all met in the old dating, the old way of dating, right? Before the modern.
So I did not date my wife when we were in college. We were part of a dorm community, and um, she did good in school, and I did not. And then I moved on, and my path, as I've told you guys many times before, was through the military. Um, and I went that route, and I did what I did, and had my 6 years, but her 6 years was education and going. She was very goal oriented. She's very smart and yada yada yada. Very different routes. However, the same time frame. Um, she met people along the way and had experiences along the way. I met people along the way and had experiences along my way. But through again, you know, you say what is it? Social media complicates things, yet through Facebook, it was like, hey, and that's kind of all it took was just saying hey to somebody and reconnecting and being like, oh, well, I mean, if she'd have been in California, um, it probably just would have been a hey. But considering she was an hour away from me and I could drive there, and I drove there, and then she drove here, and I drove there, and she drove here before anything really took effect. So I actually dated somebody that I knew at pushing 30 years old to to be something so much closer. You know what I mean? And the whole of getting to know the family. She didn't really get to know my family before, but the situation with her family was that, um, her parents had got divorced, and uh, my parents got divorced when I was 3. So my parents were not together or even close in proximity. Whereas her parents had gotten divorced when she was like 28 years old. So the 2 daughters, and the mother were all together, right? So within that situation where she had graduated, she's a master's degree, she's a professional woman and all that. She's with her mother, um, recently divorced, and her sister. And that's what I came to visit. So all of them judged me, but when she came to visit me, it was me in my apartment just surviving on my own type of thing. And I'm not ashamed of it. And I have no shame on it still today. But those people got to judge me, um and I swear, the things that went down, the fun that we had, because I'm me. I'm a fun loving guy, and they're fun, and I joined a fun loving family. However, it's like, well, who married who here? Eventually, but it, hey, the trust, um, and the dependency, um, it's like, hey, I'm not gonna do you wrong. Yeah, it was easily proven, but the mother and the sister and the brother, on her side, were like, we can't find anything wrong with this guy. I may not be worth much monetarily, but there was absolutely and still is nothing that they can find wrong with me. Like, I'm just I'm just a dude, and I believe in life. I believe in love and good luck. to us all. And I think they still think of me that way. And it's been 11 years. So, I mean, I'm not trying to share too much, but go fuck yourself if you want to come at me.
No,
It's tough.
that's such a good story. And y'all did it kind of the old-fashioned way. Y'all met in person, and it
Mhm.
just grew from this natural meeting and being around each other.
It's amazing, it's amazing the difference because my ex-wife, my son's mother, her family's very wealthy. So it was a challenge, to make them accept me because I was just a young guy, with
Oh
a
yeah.
normal job. But the girl before her, their family was not well off. So I think that sometimes monetary things do affect a relationship. In other words, a woman's looking for, if a woman comes from a rich family, they want a rich guy. But the best guy possible for her might be somebody that's not rich, but is rich in, their character. You can't, it doesn't matter how much money you have. You can't buy class. You can't buy good values. You can't buy those things. Those things
But
come
the
naturally.
family's not the one dating. It's the two people. Like the family
Dude,
doesn't have a say in it.
when I was dating my ex, the first thing her mother said is, "What does he do? How much money does he make?" That was her first question.
Yeah, but
Not as
that's
just
all
because they're well
she's.
off. They're well off. They want to make sure that this person that dating their daughter
But all the
eventually
all the
marrying.
girl has to do is tell him no, like mind your own business, back off.
Yeah, it was a struggle at first. Sorry, there's a jet
Who's
coming in.
that?
There's a jet. I'll mute up. There's a jet.
Oh, that's at your house? Wow. It must be right outside your window.
Yeah, I live right by a military base. I live right by Ocean and Naval Base. Yes, I live right. The F-18s go over my house all the time. Virginia Beach, baby. We call it the sound of freedom. When an F-18 flies over your house, it's called the sound of freedom. Untrackable. Salute, brother. Salute. But those F-18s are loud, man. There's another one coming in. They loop in. They'll do 2 and 3 comes. They'll come in on 2 and 3s. Yeah. But
Oh,
no,
so there'll
sorry
be
about that.
another one.
Yeah, there'll be another one coming in. Yeah. But yeah, those jets are loud, and they'll fly night missions. Like it's 9 o'clock right now. I think it's like 6 where you're at, Jeff. But they'll come over the house at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and freaking your windows are rattling and shit. It's wild because they're doing night missions. But anyway, sorry to get back to that. But no, it's Untrackable. The thing with Untrackable that he's very approachable and he fits into any situation he goes to. I've seen you on other panels. Untrackable's been on CTs. He's been on different kinds of panels. But
Oh,
his
you have been on
personality,
CT? You
I've
go on
seen him up there.
CT? Mike's trying to
Yes, I
get me
was.
going.
I
Yeah,
was on. I was on CT this evening, and
yeah.
I couldn't get a word in, but I was there.
Have you seen me up there? I come in and I go in hot. You have to be very aggressive when you go on that panel. You have to jump in and take the mic. But yeah, there's some great clips of me flipping on people up there. But no, you were very reserved, very respectful. But if you go up there, you have to be able to take over and just jump right in. Um, that alpha
I
personality, which
agree.
you have at Trackable, just that you're more reserved, you're more relaxed and reserved. Um, but I've seen you on a lot of panels. You were on Telcots. You were on Telcots a few times. I saw you up there too. Um, and you were just
Yes,
he was sitting back smiling as the crazy people go like they're imploding as and Dragable's sitting back and he's smiling as they're just ripping each other apart. Yeah, it's funny. But no, Jeff, do the
you,
same thing. Go ahead.
these are the places where I cut my teeth to be able to even say anything at all. So
Mhm.
you go to a place where it's like this, and you know, I've been there many times, But when somebody wants to take over, like you just said, hey, let them take over. Uh,
There he is. He's
over, and it could be political conversation. Go ahead, let them take over. Go ahead and raise your hand and get denied. Let them take over. These are the places where I have cut my teeth to be able to exist at all. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of, oh, well, this is the internet, bro. This is welcome to public. And when 100 people or 1,000 people or 100,000 people want to speak over you, you can open your mouth and never get your point across, or you could shut up and listen. You know what I mean?
Yes, and Jeff, I told Jeff this too. I don't know if you saw me untrackable a couple times, but like if you watch me on a different platform, you're like, is that really Mike? Like ripping people apart? Like so like you go to these channels and then you can turn into like a troll or you start ripping into people. But you're right. Untrackable, I think you're like me. You're the most comfortable here. We can speak. We can give each other time to talk. And I think it's a great platform. But I want Jeff to continue to grow. I want Jeff to get to that next plateau. So he may have to get some of those crazy people to come over
I
and
don't. I
watch.
don't want to. I don't. I don't want to grow off of crazy. Like if that's what it takes to grow, that's not the kind of growth I'm looking for.
Mm.
Where I have to.
See, but Jeff, you're mistaken because you give free counseling to people. There are people out there in those sectors that need a place to come to that they can just be themselves and not flip out. And I
I know,
think
but
that you give
if
that.
they're crazy, I don't necessarily want to be in their crazy self
I
in there all the
understand.
time.
I understand. I understand what
Because
you're
we've had
completely
them.
saying.
We've had plenty of them, and I've worked
Yeah,
really hard to try to get rid of them, so that everybody else can have the space we have now.
sure. I understand completely. I just think that people need to come over here and just have a good conversation. And that's what I think this platform does. It's just a really good balanced conversation. That's I appreciate it, Jeff. I appreciate it. I do. You know.
Well,
So untrackable.
that's what I've been trying to do, and I still want to go panel hopping.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh dude, it's gonna be wild. If you come around with us, it's gonna be wild. You're gonna be like, yo, what is this? This is crazy. And I'll jump in, I'll start attacking somebody. It's wild. Yeah, but it's necessary. It's a necessary evil, but it will bring people to shine a light on your channel. So anybody listening, hit the like and always show Jeff some love. Always. But yeah, it's interesting. This YouTube experience is interesting. But as of the last week or two, I've been kind of stepping up my game a little bit. On kind of ripping into not you, Jeff,
The
but like
old Mike
other,
is coming back.
yeah, the old platforms. But I do it very respectfully. I don't disrespect the panel owner, but if someone wants to come up and be disrespectful, I'm gonna rip into them. That's all. Yeah, I'm kind of good at this now. But Untrackable, it's so funny. Untrackable is on CTs and he's just smiling with his beautiful smile. And he's like hearing all the it's like World War III, like it's like bombs going. He's just going. He's like sitting back on. I don't know. Like this is the craziest shit I've ever seen. And I'm like, and I kept typing Untrack, what's up, man? In the chat. I don't think you saw it, but I was like, this guy, he's just sitting there going, what is this chaos? But it's necessary. But yeah, sorry for all you guys, but it's
Well,
interesting.
that's what I would say is that it is not necessary.
Yeah, I
You
hear you.
can be there and not be a participant in the chaos. You can just
Mhm.
witness it sometimes.
But Untrackable, if you notice on the drama-filled channels, if you don't contribute, they'll boot you. They'll kick you off. if you don't contribute into the chaos.
Well, did
So
they let him
it
sit there?
for a few minutes, yeah, for a few minutes.
Oh, did you get kicked?
He might have got backstage, but remember, this is a channel that has 4,000 to 5,000 views a day. So this is something on a different level. Like he has to have he has to have constant energy going. That's all. And then nothing against Track, nothing against him. He was going like, he was like, this is crazy. Like there's people just fighting and going crazy. And he's like, I don't want to get in the middle of this stuff, but it was wild. CT has a lot, like channels like that have a lot of political stuff, like a lot of political discussion or race relation discussions, things like that. So,
We had that here.
it might not, yeah,
Hey,
go ahead.
Mike, if I could say, the question on CT today was hate on CT, hate on me kind of day.
Mhm.
And when I pulled up, they were not hating on him. They were
Yeah.
doing their normal discussions and disagreements on topics and stuff like that. And I planned on coming up and say, I hate you because you give a solid platform for people to come up and say their mind, and you are welcoming to those who are willing to participate. And guess what? I was able to come up, but I did not feel comfortable interrupting the interruption of the topic that was labeled on said person's platform.
Sure.
I was supposed to come up there and hate on chaotic truth. But that was the topic of the channel. However, the people involved took it and started doing their own thing. And so that's why I never said anything.
That's the thing, is it's a talking point, but no, you did just fine. It's just that I think when you were up there, it was a little bit wild. You were like, I don't want to get in the middle of this stuff. So you have to like chaos. So we would call them chaos panels. They're chaos panels. In other words, it's everyone fighting everyone. It's every man for himself. Even women too. Women will fight as well, but you have to jump in. It's like the Terradome. You just have to jump in and start arguing back and forth. But that's what they want. They want that for clicks and views. That's
Right,
what they
because it's
want. Their
content. That's
account.
the kind of content
You
you're
got
trying
it.
to grow
You
off
got
of.
it. You got it. Yeah. So, but when channel owners get into that Terradome, people will go back to their channels and say, let me check this channel out. So it's good for channel owners to do that, to get in that mix. I know it's exhausting, but it is worth it for channel owners. That's my point.
Well,
Mhm. The more you mix it up, the more you're known. The more people know you because I saw Jeff over there yelling at somebody the other day. Let me go check his next
but
stream
I
out.
don't want to like have to go to another panel, yell at people, and then set the expectation that that's going to get when they come to my channel because they're going
I
to be
hear you.
disappointed.
I hear you. But it's not
Because I'm
always the
not going to
same
be doing that
sauce.
on my channel. So I want to represent myself accurately on
But
these other
sometimes
panels.
Jeff, but sometimes drama people, Jeff, will come just to have a good conversation. So, like I said, that's up to you, Jeff. You run your channel how you want to run it. That's not what I'm saying. It's just if people know who you are, they're going to be intrigued into seeing what you're about. In other words, get yourself out there, get yourself known, and then maybe people will come and say, "Hey, I want to check this guy out. I like his message." You know. So that's
Let's see
all.
what this
That's
faggot
all.
with the antlers is about.
That's it. Hey, listen, you said it, not me. But if you can get another couple hundred people come around, maybe dropping a dono every now and then it's a win-win for you. It's a win-win. You know, you have a really, God, Jeff, you have a very confusing message because you believe in one thing, but you appeal to everybody. Like you're like a conundrum. Like this channel should not make sense, but it does. I feel so welcome here. Like
But
I'm a Roman.
all the channels are like that. Are a lot of
No,
them are. I don't think I'm.
Jeff, they're not. Stop it. They're not. I'm a Roman Catholic. You're a Satanist. and I love your channel. Like, we should not get along. We should be enemies. But
But that I know,
it,
but the panelverse,
yeah,
like all of that,
yeah.
those rules get suspended in the panelverse because this brings together people
Mhm.
that normally would not ever talk to each other in real life.
Jeff, you have something special going on. And if you can cultivate that specialness and make it into a jarred sauce, I think you'll explode. And that's just my opinion.
Mama Celeste.
That's it. That's it. Jeff's special sauce. But not to cut Untrackable off. No, I've seen him jump around, and he's got a great mentality. But yeah, it's just like when someone like Untrackable, a very reserved, very respectful, very well spoken person, gets on these chaos channels, he doesn't really get a word in.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
could see that.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've been on chaos, and that's not the name of a channel, but I've participated in chaos, and to where it's like, hey, um, i if you're going to scream at me and then not let me respond, well,
Mhm.
it's not the channel owner that's not welcoming me here. It's that you just want to scream. So go ahead and scream,
Mhm.
because I don't have to be here. And then, what do they say? If you don't want to be here, don't be here. So you go ahead and scream into nothingness, and I'll go ahead and leave. And I'll find some place where I feel accepted and listened to. Yeah, just like you guys are doing now. Um, hey, you could sit here and scream at me, or you could rebuttal me. You can respond to me. You can do all these different types of interactions with a person. But if you're just going to yada 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 uh, about me or over me, um, well then I have no place to speak, and I will watch, but I will not participate.
I would do all that, but you don't inspire it in me. I'm not inspired to yell at you and come at you and all that because you're s- you're so congenial when you're on here. But
Yes, I
I
I, I
mean, if
am.
you ever do, I will one day if you ever set it off in me. But it's so far you haven't.
Maybe my training and my learning along the way. I've been turned into Jello, so I am very flexible, and so I will always say thank you for having me, and send what you gotta send, but um, you're not gonna hurt my feelings, and I will respond accordingly. I'm Jello. Whatever you say bounces off me and comes back to you. Uh, you know what I mean?
That's
Mhm.
interesting. I want to talk. I want to talk about that more. Maybe next time you're up. I'm interested in this Jello thing. I have to wrap it up. It's bedtime. I've gone as long as I can go today, but I'll try to be out next couple of days.
Well, thank you for having me, and good to see you, Mike. Always.
Untrackable,
Untrackable.
always good to see you, man. Untrackable, you are honestly, and I'm going to say this very respectfully, honestly, I'm not pulling your pud. You're probably one of the most honest and open guys I've ever had contact with on YouTube. So bless you, man. I hope everything goes good in your life. You are a really good guy, and you're always very transparent and open. And I appreciate it about you. And I hope more people can watch your behavior and the way you carry yourself to learn to be a better person. in life, on panels or whatever. So salute to you and track. Salute to you.
Yeah, we could use more untrackables in the world. I second that. God gave you rock and roll. Gave rock and roll. Yeah, the yeah, devil, you get it. All right, I gotta go, guys. I'll be out. Maybe I'll try tomorrow, but it might be Friday. We'll see. Just you two untrackable. Um, thank you again, and yes. Taylor, really? Me? Are you serious? I didn't even think you liked me. Um, well, we're this is the community, so there's all kind of people. I monologue when there's
Yeah,
nobody here, and then I try to chat with whoever shows up. So it changes each time. You never really know what the experience is going to be, which is exactly how I like it, because if it was too predictable, I probably wouldn't be inspired to do it every day.
definitely.
I like
Well,
the
Jeff, thank you.
I like the chaos.
Jeff, thank you once again. I challenge Tella to come up on panel. She will never come up on panel, but that's
No,
okay.
because
That's okay.
I'm not gonna let the two of you fight on my
That's
panel.
fine.
Y'all
That's
have to
fine.
find another panel to go do that on.
Not an issue. Jeff's panel is the best, so you haters are gonna hate. That's all there is to it. But thank you for having me up. I love talking to Untrackable. He's always a sweetheart of YouTube. Alan was awesome tonight. Alan was very open
Yeah,
and honest.
Alan, thank you for coming
Yeah,
up. We had Mossad earlier,
yeah,
and so it's
yeah.
another
I have a
interesting panel.
real I have a real respect for Alan now. Alan is a super open and easygoing guy. So God bless you, Alan. God bless you. But yeah, Jeff, thanks for having me up, brother. Thank you.
You too, Mike. Take
All
care.
right,
We'll
man.
see you
Take
again.
care, man. Rock on, Jeff.
I'm rocking straight to the bed. All right. Um, thanks everybody. My brain is shutting down, so I will see you whenever. Hang on, let me get the devil's music going. The StreamYard version of it. But there it is. All right. Take care, everybody. I love you. There, I said it. All right. And Helsing.